Alrighty, we are about to begin here. And I think I have this as round 3, but it's actually round 4. But anyway, this is a very rare live stream I get to do of RTS League, which is awesome. And does whatever, I'll fix it later. So tonight for you guys, we've got a 2-game match between ONU and ATB. So ONU are currently 4-2, which is pretty good. ATB currently 0-4, which perhaps is not pretty good. But just a couple weeks in, and really, actually, I think on paper, these two clans are pretty similar as far as skill level. And ATB has played a couple of the best clans in the league already, so that's kind of why they're 0-4. So top 3 do make the playoffs. And if ONU want to make the playoffs, well, it's pretty obvious they are going to have to start winning this week. I kind of looking at this division, kind of feel like ONU and ATB are kind of the two of the clans that would be competing for third place, and then that would advance to the playoffs. But yeah, I do have it as week 3. It's week 4. This is week 4, not week 3. But does anybody really care? All we care about is watching some good games, and I think we'll have a couple good games here. 2 pretty close matchups. Our teams for our matchup tonight, and I do have a 1-minute delay, so the chat that I will be seeing on stream is kind of will be a minute behind. So unfortunately, any comments that you guys might make that I respond to will be a bit of a delay, such as life at times. I see Blossom Goose is already on the stream, ready to watch. So this is RTS League. This is a clan match here. 2 games, pool play. Each team gets a map, and this was, I think I already forgot. I think this was ATB's home map. Alright, so I'm kind of excited. This is a live stream of the RTS League for the first time in a very long time. So starting on our top left is our ONU. And ONU, I think, primarily from Brazil. And we have Sparks BR up on, he's a flank. He's purple, or pink as some people might say, and he is Thor. Our pocket player for ONU is Pisk, and he's Zeus. And then our bottom left player here is Brutos, and he is Uranus. On the right side is ATB. We've got Raha Kanarawa, which I'm going to have to shorten down to Raha. And he is, coincidentally, Ra. So Raha is Ra, and our other player, Razzleberry Pocket, he is also Ra. And then Stinky, what a name. I don't know what you're thinking when you decide to choose your online moniker and you go with Stinky, but Stinky is Uranus and he is a flank. So Ra Uranus, Thor, Zeus, Uranus. Very interesting. So, and you, they're a bunch of old guys like me. I played these guys 2005 RTS League, and here we are 14 years later, and ONU still playing, I'm still playing, now I'm casting. These guys are maybe not quite as good as they used to be. After all, they're getting up in age, they probably got kids and wives to slow them down, but one thing you get from playing this game for so long is knowledge of how the game works and what to do and what not to do. And they also have played with each other a ton. And teamwork is everything in team games. So maybe not the highest skilled players, but their teamwork I think would probably be pretty good. And they know what to do, just maybe not as fast as they used to be. Now ATB, a bit maybe of our younger generation of players, but they've also been around for a while, though not as long as ONU. I think they've been playing on Extended Edition for a while, maybe the last few years, and now they've kind of joined up RTS League to play and see what they can do on Voobly. So we shall see. I think it'll be two close games we'll get tonight, and we see Raha is going way forward to get this this elk. This is a mistake from him. No reason as a raw player to go this far forward on a low hunt map. And he's getting what? 2 so far, but this is not good. He should be staying in his base, aging up just on his initial hunt and his cows. I'm assuming he got hunting dogs, which is not good. Yes, he got hunting dogs. That's also a mistake. And he should not be up here. This is a long walking time for a few. This is just 600 food right here. Whereas he could have just stayed in his base, hopped from his hunt to maybe chicken, then do cows, aged up, did 2 TC, fast heroic, and been up. He's going to, if he were to have done that, 2 town center, Patah, fast heroic, staying in base, he would up faster than what he's doing, whatever he's going to do. So I don't like that, but we shall see. We also see on this side, it looks like Razzleberry is doing the same thing. He also got hunting dogs, and that's especially when you got a raw teammate. You guys could both be doing rain at about 6 minutes with 2 town centers. Instead, this is going to slow him down substantially. And we have our Ranos player coming down to the back end. It looks like he's coming all the way down to this hunt. Again, just going to be 600 hunt to come all the way down. That's a long way to walk for hunt. And we have a very forward temple from our Sparks BR. He was Thor, right? Yeah, Thor player. Kind of unusual to see such a forward temple from Thor. You might see it from a Loki, but not a Thor. Which makes me wonder if they are going to triple rush Stinky, who's like, and that's not a bad idea actually. I'm wondering, Pisco, very slow advance of 530, and Hermes. You could almost do a three-player rush on Stinky because his allies are both raw, which will advance late, and then they could push through with hoplites and stuff. But the downside to that is it's kind of an all-in strat. But yeah, it does look like they're definitely going to at least have 2 players attacking Stinky, and maybe some centaurs coming in later. Yeah, he's definitely going centaurs. He's got 3 on favor. And we've got some hunt way up here, and we have one bad thing about casting live is that anytime there's a lag, we see it. And we have some lag going on here. Really hope it's not me. Are we going to have a save and restore? That kind of sucks. It looks like it's freezing up, so let me just drop out here. Because I did not see the save and exit screen, so yeah, it does look like somebody dropped on ONU's side. And the save and exit screen did not pop up for me, so I just Alt F4'd, and hopefully they were able to save. Yeah, Bruto's disconnected. So hopefully they were able to save. Nothing like doing it live and running into problems. Alright, so it does look like they were able to save. So we have saved, and we will restore. And we will continue on with game 1. So a slight delay. But we'll get back to having fun in just a minute. For those in the chat, is everything okay as far as volume and such? I don't have anybody complaining, so I assume it's okay. So very warm around here these days. A little bit of a late night storm going on right now. So what do you guys think? Who's gonna win? ONU? ATB? We shall see. Well, that was actually a pretty quick save and restore. That was like maybe 2 minutes, so this wasn't too bad. So far, just based on just the start, I don't like how ATB started as far as what they're doing with their eco. Just like where he's advancing, he won't be up until about 540, and Razzleberry isn't even advancing yet. If they just stay in their base, get husbandry, they could both advance at like 515 at the latest, grab a town center, and then reach heroic by 830. And we're not going to see that. They're going to be really slow, which could be a huge problem for Stinky, who is definitely going to get doubled and probably even have some centaurs running around his base too. And he anticipates the rush. I think somebody must have scouted this. Yes, this Oracle here has scouted this forward, so he knows he's getting rushed, and we see him panic build extra damn. Man, we see him panic building walls, which is almost a little bit pointless when there's a forest fire that can pop up, and he's going to have to try to throw in a gate. And actually, this isn't even walled off. They could run in here, though. It's fairly protected. But we got the Valk doing some early harass on this citizen, who will slowly and fatly jump into the town center, and then the Valk runs off. And what kind of relic we got right here? Siege weapons cheaper. This Valk is kind of in a bit of a cage here, though they can run through here. So, man, if they could actually spot this hunt down in the bottom corner, that would be huge, because there would be no way he could save that. Though his allies would have a shifting sands. Oh, and we have a Bast. Don't like Bast either. I think Razzleberry likes to go up with Bast. I think he did that in another game I watched earlier, and it's just so inefficient compared to Ptah. But anyway, we have some pressure on this temple. He can kill the temple. I guess it's getting him favor, but it would be nice to see him do some more aggression somewhere else. Maybe killing a temple doesn't really do a whole lot, though it does open up this front here. But now they are looking to see. They are assuming so they have found this hunt, and I think we'll probably see a shifting sands to save these two citizens, because you can't afford to lose the citizens so early like this. Which, okay, yeah, he's gonna need a shift in this, because you can't afford to lose two. So what ONU has to do is they have to combine their attacks, and oh, the rain is gonna block the shift. Oh no, that's not good. They will probably be able to kill this before the rain gets done. Maybe. They need to power this through. And we will see what's going on here. But, oh yeah, they had blocked themselves. And that's going to be two dead citizens because of the rain. So that's not good. Can't even use Shockwave to try to get out of there. So that's one dead, and yeah, that second one has no chance. So two citizens dead. And we're going to have some very slow heroic age up times for our players, the Ra. Like, he's not even going to be up by 9, and neither is, like, he's not even got his armory done yet. So, poor Stinky is just getting blasted here. And, oh, we have a shift into, okay. Kind of missed the box here and did get the Valk and 2 Terma, but all the Hero Marmillo escaped. And kind of a low value shift there. But they do need to press forward here. Even with this early problem that Stinky is in, late game Ra is huge, and they need to push forward here. And that's why the Centaurs, you can do some raiding, but you're not going to really pick off much with the Egyptian. Well, as I say that, we will pick off a villager there. Do need to be careful. Watch out for the Pharaoh. There you go. Alrighty, so we did pick off one, and we are going to have, still not even up. Holy cow. Okay, he's going to be up at almost 10 minutes. That is crazy slow. And then now ONU will move over here and block this town center, and he will be up at 10:30. And might get another pick off another vill here, and a forest fire to get a temple down. This is going to be a nice forest fire, get some damage on a few vills. And they're going to be able to do some playing here. Watch out for the Pharaoh though, we don't want to lose him. Get him in the tower. Or retreat him, okay. Boy, this forest fire here does open up this gold mine way up. I have a minute delay, wife beater, just to keep things legit here. But now red is pushed off of his gold, and we kind of wonder where he will go next, which will be way up here, the gold mine. Way up here is his next gold, and yep, that's where he's going. And Rahakanara is finally up at 10 minutes. And making a Migdol here. It's not 2, it's just 1. And we have another temple getting up. He's trying to get this up. Okay, he does get it up in time. But, and we have, another citizen dead. And we also have a town center getting grabbed by Brutos. Yeah, this is definitely going ONU's way here. Look at this. They has one villager that is doing something, and the rest are kind of idle. Watching. Oh, Piska's losing some centaurs here. Lost 1 and 2. 2 centaurs, not that good. But Pisk does have, we're looking at, he's got 2 town centers. Brutos almost at 2. Actually, Stinky's holding up okay. Not nearly as bad as it could have been. Pisk getting a 3rd town center. That late game Ra surge though is strong. You can what's nice about Ra in team games is you can basically be pretty incompetent for the first 10 minutes, and then as long as you have an eco, all of a sudden you'll still be crazy strong. This is a very bold citizen walling way up here. Looking to see if there's any gold mining being done down here, which Stinky just isn't mining at all. We have a Petsuchos and Spearman spam, and we have ONU just completely taking over the map. They're probably going to find this mine, maybe? What is my real rate? Well, I don't really play much competitive. Well, I actually don't play any competitive right now. Well, we have a Locust on the farms. That'll kill, with the Locust nerf in the patch. Oh, we have a double Locust. The Locust on Vills, when it's just Vills and no units, kind of not so good. As we can see, he didn't even lose a Vill from that Locust, but does lose quite a few farms. What's my real rate? Maybe 1700s nowadays. We also have Raha Kanara trying to get a trade route going as well, but Razzle's still at just 1 town center, and we're all the way at 12 minutes in. Really, the only person that's doing stuff is Raha Kanara, who is at 3 town centers. Head has a huge eco, as is typical for Ra, but it's just delayed. He's about a minute behind what he could be. But ONU did not do enough damage to Stinky. They did get 3 citizens, it looked like, and did slow down Razzle, but the problem is when they're so aggressive like that, it's really slow taking town centers, and Sparks is kind of way behind his Ra counterpart here. So actually, Pisk is going to need to help out Sparks so that Sparks doesn't die to the mid to late game power surge that we see from Ra. And in the meantime, Brutos actually isn't doing too great against Stinky. Just get a shockwave here. We'll kill a few additional units, but he is, I guess, he does have 2 town centers, almost 3 to 1. So eventually, Brutos will roll over Stinky, but now it will be a little bit of a race, I guess. Who will roll over faster? Will Rahakanara beat Sparks faster, or will Brutos beat Mr. Stinky faster? That's kind of the question. Pisk kind of fighting a bad fight here. This is not good for him. He will lose a ton of units. In fact, he will end up losing all of this. I'm trying to find Teal's army, and I just don't see it anywhere. He did do a kind of a semi-fast heroic, and he's got a market up. I hope he's not going up Mythic already, because he would have nothing to do anything with Mythic. Okay, here's his army building a hill fort back here while ONU fights one at a time up here, and we now see Brutos losing his units after Pisk lost his, so... And we've got the Petsuchos power play down here. A little bit of raids down around here. Brutos does not want to give this town center up. He does have line of sight of it, but will he get his units down quick enough? That's the question. And these Petsuchos shooting at the house won't do a ton of damage. Okay, now they're changing it up. Alright, now they're shooting at armies, but this is... If you could... Hero Murmillo on the Petsuchos though, please. Thank you. But, oh yeah, the Razzle's going to lose all of this. Very brave fight here. Just kind of way too far forward, and those Petsuchos are just so slow. So, 3 Petsuchos is pretty significant to lose here. So can Rahakanara push through the double? I would think probably not. Oh, but he is up age 4 Horus, so he will do some damage to Sparks. We'll probably see a tornado on the base town center. And then he will probably just try to push and clean this up. So Pisk just needs to really focus on helping out Sparks, because this is really the only way that ONU can lose, I feel like, is if... But, oh man, he went way forward with his siege towers, and his army is up here raiding. Not much of an army, but it's up there raiding. And okay, I guess he's only lost 2, but yeah, he needs to stay back. I don't know. I just don't think Rahakanara could push through a double fast enough. And we have a big fight down here. Brutos needs to stop this. To get the hoplites on the town center, though. Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, Stinky just can't. He's just so far behind from the early citizens' loss, and he's going to lose 2 more. I'm really not sure why he tried to grab this forward town center when he could have just grabbed this back one, which he will grab now. I mean, very optimistic to think that he could have gotten that, and that's just going to further put him behind. We're kind of wondering how is... Wow, look at all these techs that are getting researched. Age 3 Apollo, no age 4. I'm looking for an age 4 from Brutos. We need to get our tornado used on this base town center, probably is the best place to use it. And before the fortified town center gets up too, and that will kill that. He'll just need to keep it down though. And he should try to... Oh, he got a rock drop, but that's risky. Okay, he's healing up... Oh, he's not healing up the rock. The rock only has like 50 hit points. That's... it could get shot down with everything in it. We'll see where he goes, but like, if this tower starts shooting at that rock... Oh. But now, look where his army is. And that's going to be the end of that entire rock drop, because he didn't heal the rock. So the town center will go back up, and it'll be basically a tornado used just to kill a town center, and not even keep it down. And meanwhile, on the bottom side, Brutos is way ahead of Stinky based on the early aggression, and Razzle is going to have to come down and help, but Razzle is kind of nowhere to be seen as far as helping. He's doing a raid while Brutos is playing in Stinky's base. Poor Stinky about this time is probably thinking that his allies stink, and that they should be the ones playing under the Stinky moniker. But yeah, I mean... But I don't know why Razzle is coming up here when his buddy down here is just getting completely smashed. I mean, Razzle could actually probably hold a double here for a while, which would give, or not Razzle, Rahakanara could hold a double here, which would give time for Razzle to help on the bottom, but Razzle is not helping. I don't know if they got some sort of razzle dazzle that they're gonna do. A nice little raid back here though, but if you kill 20 Vills, which would he's not, while your ally dies, your ally is still dead. And that's, I don't know what we got here. We got a Frost, but that sparks. Pisk got, I mean, yeah, there's no god powers that can be used to save this. And Pisk is up at Feistus. A little bit of a catapult. Yeah, but just... Town center is down for Stinky, and Razzle just also... Razzle's so far behind because he went Bast. I don't know why you'd go Bast on Alfheim. Really... Because he could be at the same spot where Rahakanara was if he did a 2-town center Ptah fast heroic. But he went up with Bast, and we see what that got him, which was way behind. I mean, how is he with... Eco is decent, but as far as techs, but he just doesn't have an economy. And we're forcing a defensive underworld, but Razzle is... Oh no, it's not defensive. It's actually on top of Stinky. And they have a citizen massacre down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead, and then this town center will go down while Razzleberry is finally realizing that there's problems on the back end. And here he comes down to save his buddy, and it's too late. Way too late. Like 3 minutes too late. By the time he even gets down here, the town center will be done, and we do have a fortified town center up here, and he and Rahakanara doing well, but just the Ras were just way too slow, and that was just courtesy of their early poor economical choices, which put them so far behind to help their buddy. And because Buddy got doubled and kind of tripled, he was way behind his opposing Aranos, and once that Aranos battle tilts one way, it's almost impossible to get it to tilt back, and we see Brutos just rolling completely over Stinky, and that's kind of the game right there. I mean, even though we have Rahak basically doing a double here, we have Frost to freeze all of this, which will buy them more time, just to ensure that everything goes well down here. And yeah, we have Stinky has 0 town centers, 0 army. He has forced 3 citizens, and a few more scattered across the map. And outside of some sort of magical wonder play from Rahakanara, which could happen, although we do have a vortex, 3 of them. Stinky stuck in age too. You know things didn't go well when you are down to 0 town centers and you're still in age 2. But really at this point the Thor could die and it really wouldn't even matter. Get this one unfrozen catapult kind of snuck in between all the rest, and here we have some more catapults catapulting. And Pisk is would be helpful if this Bellerophon came up and jumped on top of all of these catapults. He could kill them all. He could kill them all on a row session. Not really. Just stating the facts. Here comes Bellerophon. We will see him jump, and there's one, and he will finish off the other. Oh, it's not gonna get it. Oh, it needed one more shot. Oh, that hurts. The Vill's chasing off Bellerophon. And oh, he just got a building tech upgrade in this catapult going up melee range. Isn't gonna help either. And they got this down the bottom. ONU has this other town center down. And oh, this catapult is going on against the Helipolis. And Sparks is up with Balder, so at this point killing the town center won't matter. Eclipse is used to block Ragnarok. That's cute, I guess. But actually, we now see that Razzle is fighting back. Because Pisk is having to come up here now and help, which he really isn't helping, but... we have a big push here, though. This is... I'm counting ATB out, but they are doing some things still. Now, this is actually where Pisk's army is, but... we actually... I don't know what Brutos is... where his army is. He's kind of falling to no army. But 2v3, I mean, eventually it's not going to work out, and I just still can't get this town center, though. I don't think Sparks really has a ton of villies for his rag. And really rag into this? I'd like to see it. It would disappear quickly. That town center's still up, though. You could almost delay his rag. Okay, so Pisk has fought this off, and he will likely end up eventually killing this town center. But we do see Razzle fighting back. I mean, the power of the late game Ra is just so strong. If Razzle maybe would have helped out his buddy. Town center down. Man, this game is... I don't know. This is getting interesting. Kind of a low value Ragnarok here, which because of this rag, which won't do anything here but defend. Once the rag is done, Pisk is going to have to defend. Although Pisk is going to have to help out here 100%, which means it's going to be a one-on-one between Razzle and Brutos. And look at this raid, hell stinky. He's got nothing going for him, and he's still doing some raiding and stuff. I like it. It's gonna kill a citizen. I mean, Bruto's probably not expecting to see a Terma raid from Yellow coming in. Call the Trebuchet. Oh yes, the old Trebuchets from AoE 2. Brutos could kind of use some forward-built towers to deal with all these mercs and stuff that are coming through. We have more Terma down here. Piska's got a Titan. So this game is actually kind of narrowing up. Yeah, this Ragnarok is kind of a low value rag. He really needs to clean this out. I don't know where these guys are going, but needs to clean this out. This game, it's thickening. How are we doing for armory upgrades? Okay, pretty good. I mean, he's Zeus late game. What kind of techs we looking at here? Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't even think Red is, or Razzle is not even age 4, and he's not aging up yet. I don't know if he can keep this up, though. We'll see. Eco is pretty good. These guys will be all idle right now. Oh, he killed another citizen back here. Alright, Piska's getting this, but this Migdal will keep it slow for a while. I like the elephants as a meat shield. Oh wow, look at these armory upgrades. All armory upgrades, but it would be nice to see him actually upgrade his elephants. The elephant upgrades are huge. Just gives so much more HP. Alright, Razzle back down to 3 town centers. So yeah, we are kind of seeing essentially a one-on-one. And oh ho ho ho, we are going to get this stoppage on here. A lot of vills coming forward, and you might wonder, can Razzle afford this for his economy? But we do have the Murmillos. Murmillos do very, very well against camels. We got the Titan Gate coming up here. Elephants coming through. Do we have crenellations? We don't. You got all these upgrades, but no crenellations. It's not getting crenellations. Crenellations, I believe, does ×3 damage to... Oh, yeah, these just look at how little damage this camel does. Like, we can't even see this HP bar going down. Like, that's like 6 strikes and he's down. What is he down? It's hurting 5 or 4 HP in attack. Whew, that's not much. These Terma raids, I love it. But that's all he can do. He's not even age 3. Man, quite the fight down here. Merc's just coming in waves and really does not have a great trade route. Does Razzle. But Pisk, How's he doing for eco? He is full eco, but only 2 town centers. ATB is playing this. They're turning this around, actually. So we see the scores catch up. Like, we see actually Stinky, although he has nothing, he's actually doing some pretty good damage just with this raid. He's getting in on the trade. S3 camels, caravans down. That's pretty significant. We do have this Titan that will likely restabilize this. So that's important. And actually, you got these mass ballista. I would like to see them upgraded with flaming arrows. And even just a siege upgrade, but I mean he went up with Rag, so he doesn't really probably have anything. Does he at least have his? Okay, he does have a lot of idle trade routes here, and yeah, we're kind of stalemating. Though it looks like Razzle is kind of fighting back. Purple is at 88 pop, 199 out of 200 pop for Brutos though. And he's essentially almost, I mean, he's fighting these Terma, which, the Dryads versus the Terma. And he's fighting, man, he needs to upgrade his siege, though. The tower upgrade Crenellations does 3 times damage to enemy cavalry. Sorry, I didn't finish. It's kind of, you know, I get sidetracked. Yeah, 3 times, it does 3 times bonus to enemy cavalry, which he does not have, and elephants are cavalry. Would nice to see him get he went up with, not at Helios, which gives some pretty significant siege upgrades to, oh, he's got 100 favor too. He could get these siege techs from Helios, but he doesn't. He's not getting them. But a strong pushback. It's kind of like we almost had this town center go down, and now we're kind of going back the other way. In the middle, somehow they let Razzleberry get this town center. That's not good. The Titan. Oh, okay. I think the Titan needs to come here. I guess maybe he's going to clean this town center down and then come up here and then wipe this out. I think the Titan will be enough to stabilize this game for ONU. Razzle just has not quite been able to push back through this, and he kind of needs to in order to have a chance. I mean, stalemating one-on-one isn't good enough because it's essentially a 2-on-1 on the top, and that will, once the Reg finally... once Sparks finally restabilizes his Rag afterwards, this will kind of become a 2-on-1. And this Titan, I think it needs to come up here. Again, you kind of have to ONU just kind of has to think here. Where, oh, we have it, okay. Ceasefire. I forgot he had that. So power play ceasefire will give them access to this town center and rebuild this town center. But I think the Titan has to be coming up here because, in my opinion, the only way ONU can lose is if Raha Kanarawa pushes through here. And so what ONU just needs to do is just make sure that doesn't happen. And that would not happen if the Titan comes up here. So if the Titan's coming down here, which I guess, I mean, Razzle really has no response for this either, so the Titan can play in Razzle's backyard to destroy a few town centers, and once those town centers are down, oh, actually, the Titan can come up here, and this is a very bold Titan gate. Seeing a very short distance between Titan and gate. Does Eclipse affect Titan? Yes, it does. Whatever, I don't know the exact numbers as far as power, but it's probably like a 25% increase in attack. Yeah, they're gonna have to like wall like crazy. This is gonna have to be some magical walling to get this Titan built up here. And we have a tornado down here. Okay. I don't have necessarily a problem with it. It does finally get that town center down. But we do see 9, 10 town centers to 8. And yeah, this Titan, unless he can block for about a full minute from this distance, I don't think it's going to happen. Nope. Well. That is the end of the Titan Gate. Though it does buy time for up here, but now we've got the Silver Colossus coming and no mummies to deal with this, and these Colossus and these Fire Giants. This is a lot of crush damage in the guise of myth units, and they will power through. So I guess the Titan doesn't need to come up here if they're going to have all this attack down here, but now we kind of see Razzle coming down. The army just kind of doing a little wayward detour up here, and now they're coming down here to fight. And look at all these mercs. This is a lot of mercenaries. That's a lot of gold that's just going to end up dying in a little bit. Yeah, you joined for an intense game. This game is actually probably ending soonish. I don't think Raha Kanara will push through here anytime. We have another Titan Gate, and I don't think there's any way. There's no way ATB can respond to this Titan Gate. Tornado was used, so they can't insta-kill that. And we will likely never be able to kill this Titan before this Titan comes out, so there will be another Titan playing around, destroying things. We have this town center going down here. Brave bunch of Murmillo are slowly killing this Colossus. And yeah, we are now pushing back through. Okay, he does have flaming arrows. Shows a significant boost to the ballista damage here. And yeah, red is doing well down here. But yeah, poor Titan Gate. And the problem is... Well, one of many problems that ATB are facing is that in order to kill this Titan as Ra, because you don't have any sort of priest upgrades to do more damage, is you got to make a ton of priests, and this is a ton of pop just to kill a Titan who's already killing town centers. So like this Titan is sucking up like 40 pop room essentially from green, and because of that 40 pop room being sucked up and downtown centers and heroes, he just has like no army. I mean, this is his army is about 5 axemen, so he has nothing to really fight with other than a bunch of priests and pharaohs. So now we'll turn on to these Colossus, but Titan is running back down here, I think probably to come down and save the day for Brutos. Meanwhile, because green has been completely focused on this Titan, we have Sparks fighting back and killing stuff. Tornado can insta-kill Titan Gate. Yeah, I mean, if you cast it right away, I mean, you figure, you know, it's going to be doing damage. I mean, it can't insta-kill but at this point, it's too late. Too much HP. The Tornado could kill up to about probably 4,000, 3,000 HP. So as long as your Titan Gate is under 3,000, it'll probably kill it. So yeah, that way, quite the fight back here by Razzle, man. Yeah, you don't have line of sight. You're right, but as long as you get to it before it reaches about 3,000 HP, you'll get it. But man, Razzle is. I mean, we see these two scores. The Raz are really carrying here, but can they continue in the face of one Titan and now a second? With the forward base from green getting down. What kind of... we don't have any upgraded siege. You know? Electrum bullets. Where is green? He needs to build a wonder. You do see for a brief... yeah, when you cast a Titan Gate, it does briefly show up. He could actually build a wonder. He has the eco. I would like to see him do it. I think while they wouldn't get it up, it would at least keep this one Titan completely busy, because he'd have to kill a wonder. And we do have this other Titan is coming down here to stave the onslaught down here. But it's interesting, Razzleberry has kind of retaken all of Brutos's base, or not Brutos, Stinky's base. Which, when you kind of think about it late game, you'd rather have the Atlantean giving his town centers to the Egyptian anyway. So, not bad, just the fact that Stinky just really can't do a whole lot with what he's got. And what does he got? He's got 89 out of 100. He's got a ton of wood. Well, like he can't even trade is the problem because he's only age 2. But this is astounding to me that ATB has been able to keep up for so long. They're playing this pretty well. I'd say ONU maybe scuffling a little bit. Not a lot of forward building here. Pisk should be building forward and doing things way up here, which it looks like he does have a fortress foundation. Okay, here, this is his forward builders coming down here, but he's got some idle military here. Again, no forward building here, really. I mean, his closest is, this is his town center. This is where his units are coming from, is his town center as a pocket, his base town center. Oh yeah, we got 2 Titans down here, though, playing games, and as long as these 2 Titans, or even just one of them, exists, Razzle will never be able to get a Titan. But yeah, we're going to have 2 Titans double-teaming a Razzleberry. This is very interesting. And Pisk just does not really have an army. He's at 4 pop. What is his pop? He's 180 or 180. Where? It's just army is. It kind of looks like he doesn't have an army because they're just coming from here, and it just takes them so long to get anywhere because he's not forward building here. I wonder. He's got a ton of Eco 2 as well. But yeah, Stinky is getting revenge with these really annoying raids, but they only last for so long, and then when you get to late game, a raid late game really doesn't accomplish a whole lot. What is he building back here? A fortress. I guess that's just to secure this corner here. ONU does kind of have sucky trade routes. Well, this one's getting 12. Okay, Pisk needs to delete this because we've got 4 caravans that are trading from here. Yeah, his trade routes are terrible. He's actually using this market from here to here. If they could build a market here, this would exponentially increase the trade by far. But we got Titans, Untitan dancing down here, one smashing this town center. But this is quite the fight back. Brutus is at the high score, but for his team, but he's kind of getting smacked, and he's going to have to move his trade route, I think. This Titan, yeah, needs to come over here. Oh, we have a wonder coming from Pisk. Wow. Will we see a counter wonder from Raha? Will he suddenly realize, oh, dang it, I need to build a wonder? Who's green? Yeah, here is his wonder here. The problem is the Titan. While he could probably, with Pharaoh Empowerment, get this wonder built faster, this Titan will be able to destroy it. And when we're considering this as being built with 6 villagers, might take about 60 minutes for them to build that thing. But Brutus needs to handle this back, and wow, he's only down to 2 town centers. This game, oh man, this is lasting a long time. I was supposed to do something with my buddy in a little bit, but he's gonna have to wait. We got two Murmillos coming down here to finish this off. We got villagers fighting. Do they have Skin of the Rhino? Skin of the Rhino villagers versus Murmillo, or not Murmillo, Myrmidon. Okay, one down. Oh, this is a Hippispist. Now, this town center is down as well. Wow, and Sparks at 1 town center. Not a whole lot to go for him. Razzle at full pop. But he keeps losing town centers. I guess they can just play around and do damage here before they bother to go up to this wonder. But yeah, this wonder is definitely getting built much faster than Pisk's. Okay, so this Titan kind of needs to stick around here long enough to allow Brutus to resecure. So Brutus is re-getting his forward here. We got some stolen dryads here, but where is Brutus's army? I think ONU has a ton of units tied up in kind of inefficient trade routes, which I guess Teals isn't too bad. What is he getting? 172. That's a good, but what player is Teal? Yeah, look at him. He's got 5,300 gold. He has way too many caravans. Oh, where's the villager? Well, they ran away before they finished it. Oh, man. Why? This town center is down again. You know what? It might end up being ONU that needs to rely on a wonder to win. So now this Titan that he has done damage down here, I think he's going to start come running up here to kill this wonder. Boy, if Piss could divide this trade route and the mercenaries is what's keeping the raw players in the game. It's just so sad though, when you think about how well ATB is able to stay close this late. Whereas if their Raws would have advanced just a little bit faster and Stinky didn't get wrecked so fast, where would this game be? It'd probably be over with an ATB victory. And as it is, it's still up in the air. A very close game though. I'm very amazed by this. This is awesome. Okay, so wonder here. Piss getting his friggin' 8 gold trade route here. Not to be confused with his 12 gold trade route right here. Piss could probably, rebuild his market down here and trade with that or something. But all right, so Brutos is restabilizing based on this Titan down here. This Titan is trying to come up. He will eventually get up here. There's not enough anti-Titan, i.e. Priest to kill this, so I think this Titan will end up finishing this wonder, though this wonder does have all of the okay, well, I guess that's all his army, so whatever. But he almost could have saved his vortex. Bolt on the priest or the pharaoh. Wow, almost could have saved his vortex because the Titan's gonna kill that anyway. But I guess, to be sure, let's kill the wonder. But Stinky over here, keeping this town center down. This wonder is almost up, and Sparks has been doing pretty much pure ballista for a very long time here. So this, okay, so yeah, this town center is down. This Titan will come up here and finish off the wonder if the Hika Gigantes don't. Gotta wade through this here real quick. Alright, whack it away. Another whack, one more, and the wonder will be hit. Oh, no, one more. There he goes. Now he can finish this wonder off for reals. And yeah, he'll get one slap on it, 2, and that wonder's down. And now ATB has 10 minutes to kill this wonder, though they do have rocks. And they have reclaimed this town center here as a Razzleberry, or at least not reclaimed it yet, but did kill it. And Piska's going to be Vermillo killing fortresses. Oh man, Stinky is like the star of the show right now. I love it. But yeah, I'd say kind of the disappointment of the game is so far probably been Pisk. I mean, look at his resources. 10,000 resources in the bank, and that's including this trade route, this 26 donkey trade route that's getting him 8 gold a trip. Man, I'm not tripping with this trade route. Not good. Does get this town center back up, but yeah, just building the market here and trading to this would so help Pisk. I mean, he's just got so much locked up in this inefficient trade route. But yeah, we'll probably end up seeing a rock drop. As I say it, here comes our rock drop. I'd like to see upgraded siege though. But this Titan though, I mean, the problem, Razzle is going to be down to 2 town centers, tying up a lot of population in this rock drop. He needs to get his upgraded siege though, which he does not getting. And meanwhile, Brutos will be back up to 4 town centers, and I think with this Titan playing down here, this will be the end of Razzle. Mr. Razzle Dazzle will be he just has no army because his army is, well, here and in here. And that will, even if he kills the wonder, he will, in killing the wonder, he will basically kill himself. Because he has nothing to defend with, and he's trying to get the Secret of the Titans. But this Titan will probably prevent that from getting researched. It's at 20%. Does have almost all of the upgrades, but yeah, this Titan will finish that off before it even gets up. And now Sparks is going to join in the Titan frenzy. And we got the villagers coming down to counteract this rock drop here. Gotta be careful that he does not lose his rock to the tower. And yeah, unupgraded siege just doesn't do much, and we've got these little Sarks playing defense. And Titan number 1 is playing here. Titan number 2. Did he finally die? Did I miss the death of the other Titan? Nope, here he is. Now we will see this guy finally die. One last jump. And one last swing, and I'm waiting for it to tick down. This health bar is lasting forever. And there we go. Finally. They've been fighting that Titan for like 15 minutes. And it's done. And now they will fight this other one in this finally green straight route. These poor camels looking for a way to go, and there's no way for them to go. Axeman versus, finally we do have upgraded siege fires. Didn't ever get those techs though. Pisk building the Great Wall of Zeus over here. Across half the map. The rock drop it's been rocking, but not doing a whole lot here. So yeah, this is finally the end. ATB played it after scuffling early game. They played well late game and really came back. And made this a lot more interesting than what it should have been. But we ended up with about a 50-minute marathon game involving Titans, Wonders, Ragnarok, Stinky being out of the game since like 10 minutes and still doing some damage. But now, yeah, it's getting to the end of the game now. The Titan just... That's one of Ra's weaknesses. If you can't get your own Titan, is just no way to kill Titans. Just takes so long. I mean, these priests are doing what? 2 damage or 3 damage? 2 damage and attack? Yeah, 2 damage and attack, and that's your counter. So GG. Well played by ATB early to get Stinky out of the game, and then well played by ATB, or did I say, well played by ONU early to get Stinky out, and then well played by ATB to last so long. I was impressed. They kept it up. They kept up in resources, mainly because of Pisk's. Somebody tell Pisk about his 8 gold caravan here. Yeah, Polkstar, maybe Punkster, whatever, Punkster. You tell him. Anyway, we will move on to game number 2. I will update my scoreboard here. Get ATB 0, ONU 1. So ATB cannot afford another loss. And so we will have a slight intermission. And then we will probably start back in just a couple minutes. So I will get us to a little intermission screen. This is terribly off-centered. And ONU has drawn a first blood. And remember, this is only 2 games, regardless of who wins game number 2. And I will maybe put on just a little bit of background AOM music while we wait for game 2 to start. So we will start game 2 shortly. Whoa. What kind of game? Whoa. Oh, with this one. There we go. Alrighty, so give us just a couple minutes and we will be back. Alrighty, so we are starting up game 2 shortly. This will be ONU's map, so we'll see what they choose. I don't know why these people keep saying, when will people understand that when you minimize and maximize the game, it shows your ping is going red? Why that does, I don't know, because it has nothing to do with ping. But anyway, so game 2 here. This is very important. I mean, if ATB lose this, probably third place is out of the question for them to get to the playoffs, because top 3 advance, and ONU and ATB are, in my book, the 2 clans that would fight for third place. So ATB need to win this game, because if they get swept by ONU, I don't see how they could do it. But we'll see. I mean, ATB really, if you take out the bad early game, the last game, they should have won the first game, but just not a good early game. But Navacake with the hands up in the chat. Would Siege be better than Priest to kill Titans? Not Egyptian Siege, because catapults can't hit the thing because their aim is useless. And Siege Towers, because they attack, they use their Pierce armor attack. I don't think it actually does any crush damage, which is kind of Titan's weakness. So yeah, Egyptians don't really Nephthys Egyptian just does not have a real good way to kill a Titan. It's really hard. Skierner in the chat. Do remember it is a 1 minute delay. I think we're waiting for somebody who's getting done with a smoking break. Does look like we're gonna have the same gods here. What map will it be? Yeah, so ONU gets to choose. So, by the way, guys, I'm back from my vacation. Obviously, I'm streaming. Actually, was not anticipating being around tonight. I was gonna be doing some other stuff, but this came across my table, or my desk, I should say. I happened to log on to Voobly and saw, oh look, these guys are about to play. So I'm like, well, geez, I might as well do a very rare live stream as opposed to just recorded games. But after this, I will be done. So this is the last game, by the way. If ATB wins, because we're in just a group stage, it will just be a 1-1 tie. And we have the map as Mediterranean. ONU choosing Medit. We'll see what they can do. I mean, they'll probably do a Zeus Thor Uranus again, which we'll see what they can do. I don't know. I think that they could probably do better on a different map, but we'll see. But yeah, ballistas do a lot of damage to Titans. Fire Giants do a ton. But for Egyptians, they got nothing. Anyway, here we are, game number 2. ONU ATB, a late night show on this fine Tuesday night or Monday morning, depending on where you're at. So here we are, what starts off as the very calm, placid seas of Mediterranean. On our left, we have ONU. The winners of Game 1 are our team from Brazil. We have Pisk up on the top. He's Zeus. We have our pocket is Sparks. He's Thor. And we have our other flank is Brutos. He's Uranus. So that is our ONU roster. On our right is ATB. Not sure what ATB stands for. Somebody in chat could help me out. And we have Stinky. I can't get over this name. I mean, of all names you can choose to be known as on the internet, you could choose all sort of tough names and no one would ever know. You know, you can call yourself Killer Boy and no one could say different. Instead, this guy chooses Stinky. Stinky is Uranus. Our pocket Razzleberry is Ra. And our other flank, Raha Kanarawa, is also Ra. So same gods, same players, a different map. Will it be a different result? We shall see. So Mediterranean. As Medit almost always plays the same. As far as team games. We'll see some early fish to get your fishing boom going early. Age up fast, usually around 5 minutes or so you'll want to be advancing, or maybe faster if you're Uranos. And then everybody will make boats on the lake and to fight each other. And typically, whoever wins water in team games will win the game for Medit. There are very rare exceptions to that rule I have seen. I don't consider winning the water when after about 15 minutes somebody finally prevails, because once you're at 50 minutes, water is kind of 15. Water isn't really very beneficial anyway at that point. So I mean, it's more so just kind of one team at that point kind of just deciding, well, I'm just not going to fight water anymore. What's the point? But if you can get an early win on water, that's pretty much GG in team games. All-time best it stands for. Okay, well, arriving through the bus, able to barter, all-time best. So, well, that didn't quite work for game 1. We'll see how game 2 works for all-time best. So what are we looking at for gods here as far as what they will be doing? The Uranos, pretty typical. We'll get a forest fire god power for sparks. We will get probably a restoration for Pisk. Restoration, healing up the hit points of their boats later on. The bad thing about choosing Ra, I don't know if maybe ATB can't play anything other than Ra, but Ra and Medit, not quite a great idea. Just because Ra really gets no god powers that can do anything early. I mean, you can't shift boats, and now on the patch you can't shift vills, so you can't even use that to like get somebody behind an economy. You can't use rain, and boat fighting. I mean, Egyptian is just kind of neutral when it comes to like contesting water. They can defend because of their cheap boats, but defending meaning your boats are now idle doesn't really work very well for you. So as Ryan said, this is a big disadvantage for ATB. I wouldn't say big, but definitely ATB has worse gods for the map. I mean, Zeus restoration is so strong. The Thor is pretty decent. He does get a forest fire to slow somebody's wood chopping down. And of course, I mean, we both have an Uranos, so they kind of cancel out. But we'll see what can be done. ONU towards the end of the last game did have some issues managing their military a little bit. A lot of idle military I saw, and maybe that will plague them here. Maybe they'll be tired out. Like I said at the beginning, these ONU guys are kind of the old guys as far as Age of Mythology is concerned. They've been playing for a long time, and it's, you know, once you get up in age and it starts getting real late at night and they just played a 15-minute game, they might be tired. Might not be moving quite so fast. And maybe these young ATB guys, they'll be like, you know, ready to go. Midnight, 11 o'clock is just when they start waking up for the day. So we'll see. We have Valor being used by Stinky, just trying to get some attack on a dock. You'd probably get more benefit attacking villagers as opposed to a dock, because he's never going to kill this dock. And also the problem is using Valor forward, he doesn't get a hero villager, which does gather faster. But does get the first 2 boats out, so getting just some early pressure. This is pretty standard. The Zeus will advance a little bit faster. This is not extended edition. This is the Titans on Voobly, so it has slightly different balance. Yeah, see, just the hero and the free myth unit is completely stopping this attack. And he does not get his Valored citizen. But okay, so teamwork is huge in Medit, if you can get doubles and triples. But yeah, soon will be a patch for EE. When is soon? Well, who knows. But yeah, teamwork is everything. This is a nice, if you can catch these boats, yeah, there you go, get some damage. Could have done a little more damage there, but where is yellow going? Okay, so we're going to have a 2-on-2 up at the top and a 1-on-1 down on the bottom. So far, Rahakanara is doing okay. so only Stinky is new. These are the old players. Okay, well, how old is old, though? So I don't remember any of these fellows back in when I played. Like, when you say ESO, that's a long time. That's like 10 years. Or more, 14, 13. Anyway, a little shockwave here to get just a few boats bouncing up in the air, get them idle. Turns. He should probably turn and fight a little bit further back, so he can get some dock shooting arrows as well. Up here, we actually do see, so far, ATB is on the aggression. Sometimes you just want to punch someone in the dock. Well, maybe. Referring to up here. Okay, we have a restoration, so they should retreat when this restoration is being used. A little bit of a delay from Razzle. This is a 3v3 tourney. Yes, this is RTS League. Always a 3, sometimes they play 2v2s, but yeah, 3v3 clan tournament. This lasts a long time. We're in round 4, and I think there's 7 weeks of the regular season, and then we have playoffs. Oh, watch out for your boats there. A little bit of boats. This is looking like a winning fight so far for ATB eventually. Pisk just doesn't have quite enough boats. Well, actually, he's got a lot crammed in there. But yellow is overwhelming Sparks on the bottom side there. And yes, they are pushing back. And meanwhile, a little bit of a stalemate here. But Raha needs to fall even further back because he's getting overwhelmed by just the sheer numbers. And then a little bit of miss micro there. We got boats shooting at boats. Very exciting. And oh, these boats again. Ooh, fall back, fall back, fall back. Yellow could actually maybe, while they are winning up here, come down and get a pinch on Brutos. Come sailing down this way and catch Brutos. But looks like they will continue their 2-on-2 fight here. So far, ATB is doing pretty well. We have no action on land. We did have a forest fire, which I never actually showed you guys here. I don't know why you use forest fire in the Atlantean of all players. At least the Egyptian would have to rebuild a gather point. Oh, so we have Raha getting a first town center of the game, which he can afford because he's doing pretty well in this water fight. And we do have, yes, we do have this pinch coming in. And this could spell some doom for Brutos here. We just, Stinky just needs to be careful and retreat while this is happening. Oh! He's went up this way, so Brutos kind of went the only way he could to escape, which was up this way towards the enemy, and he will probably end up coming over this way now. Yep, there he goes. They could get some damage here and retask your boats to these back boats here. Oh, come on, Razzle, do it, do it, do it. You know you want to. Oh, there he goes. All right, so that will turn this into a 3v3, except that Raha did not follow, so we will have 3 ATB up here and just 3 ONU and just 2 ATB. Razzle has a ton of boats though. But this is just a ton more from ONU. I mean, they got 3 players here fighting. Just lots of boats shooting each other. We do have a little bit of boat battle here. But yeah, this is a pretty strong win so far for ONU. Sparks is falling back a little bit. Now Pisk is falling back, and now Brutos is fighting. Okay, actually, ATB holding up pretty well here, but even Raha's boats. Raha's kind of stopped on water, it looks like. And I wonder if they have all stopped. No, purple's still making boats. And yellow is making boats, but Raha is not making boats at all. So he's going pure land now. Gets a town center built. And we have Brutos grabbing 2 town centers. So yeah, at this point, we're kind of getting to the later stages of the boat battle, where kind of the winner or loser within a few minutes really won't matter. You might end up just seeing them just kind of calling it kind of a truce on the ocean, or maybe one side just kind of slowly giving up on it while they grab town centers. The one nice thing about Ra is that Ra can kind of, with rain, not have a problem with losing water. What kind of ecos we got? We do have Pisk. I see now why Pisk doesn't have very many boats. He's doing kind of a low percentage play rush on land. Oh man, that's forcing Stinky to follow suit. And the reason I call it low percentage in this case is that even if it starts doing some damage, there's 2 shifting sands to shift any attacking hoplite army away. So he's not really going to get a whole lot out of this aggression. One thing I do see, though, is that there is only one back gold mine in between Razzle and Stinky. And so they're going to have to share this gold mine because they obviously can't go forward. Meanwhile, what do we have here? A raid on the boats here. So Brutos is at 3 town centers and still raiding on land, and he is getting land dominance on Raha right now. Raha seems to be a little bit slow in transitioning to farms. What's he got? Does he have Shadoof yet? Okay, 98%. So now Shadoof is, yeah, live RTS League. We are in game 2 though, so it'll be towards the end of our live RTS League. So we actually kind of have ONU winning the water, though it's kind of just based on the fact that green stopped, which, I don't know, he almost stopped a little bit too early. We have a little bit, yellow kind of rating here, but we actually have Freyers in the chat for ATB, it looks like. It's kind of interesting, though, is that, I say that a lot, it's kind of interesting, but Stinky is still fishing, Razzle is still fishing, and Raha is not. While ONU does have a ton of boats, but just kind of playing defense. We have Valor used here. And Stinky is pushing Pisk back, but Raha might be in some problems here. He's just very slow to get his farming going. A lot of Yville is kind of inefficiently crammed onto this mining camp too. So we have our first rain. Razzle is a lot further ahead than Raha, and actually Razzle fought water longer and I think got his town center later. Razzle's been playing pretty well these 2 games. And yeah, we have Brutos is taking a 4th town center here and still applying the pressure. Does pick off that Wadget, and we have some Axemen here. Yeah, that's what I just notated, and BS Ben has put it on, is that Raha is really behind considering he was the first one to take town centers. I'm wondering if he ran out of food and wasn't able to keep up Ville production or something. This rain will change that, and this is just such an inefficient gold mine too. It hurts, but that's all right. The one nice thing when you're talking Egyptian, we saw some flaming arrows from Sparks. The nice thing about being Egyptian on Medit is that you can really delay a long time because it's so hard to push through on the corner. When you're looking at, this is the entire width of the map that ONU would have to attack. Same thing on this side. You don't have there's a little bit more room down here. But Egyptian can just delay, build up walls, towers, and then late game they will be pretty good. And we'll be able to attack, or kind of come back with their late game power surge. We're getting some panic walling here, panic houses or something, mining camps, panic walling, a tower being built, Terma showing up. What kind of techs we getting here? A lot of tech. Okay, age 3 Hyperion for Stinky, age 3 Hathor for Raha, age 3 Skady, age 3 Thea. We got 4 players. This rock is not going to make it. Boom, into the water it goes. And we have Stinky fighting back. The one thing about the early land attack by Pisk is that if it doesn't work, it does require the early hoplites takes a lot of food, which kind of cuts into his villager boom. So he's actually kind of even with Stinky, even though they essentially won water. And we can see ATB is completely off of water now. We got these raiding Terma. It'll be important to keep a couple of these Terma alive I'd almost send one just to hide in the corner here, because we'd have a late game underworld potentially from Pisk. Look at all this idleness though, even though he's not killing Vills. I mean, he's got 25 Vills trying to fight, and I guess inefficiency on the gold would be, I guess, countered with 3 mining camps here. Razzle is going for the forward town center. He will get it eventually. Smart to target the Pharaoh, though. It doesn't slow down the empowerment, and we'll just get it. But okay, yeah, he's going to take it. Oh, and he's got fortified as well. Razzle's in a good spot, but I just don't know if Raha can hold long enough. And Pisk will be able to do a back underworld if he needs to. Again, it's kind of going to become kind of like late game, last game, when we had kind of what side will win faster for a little bit there, the top or bottom. And I just think that Brutos, I mean, way up on score on green, will roll through and we'll be able to defeat green, even though it's Aranos versus Ra. I think he'll be able to defeat green faster than this side will win up here. And I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. We have a Chaos used here. He gets the Mana Core and a few units. Yeah, Sparks is a good old player on Thor. He's been around for a long time, and we already have Brutos in the Mythic Age casting Tartarian Gate on Raha, and Raha's going to be in some really big trouble really fast. He needs to attack this or something. And we've got Siege coming up from Brutos, and unless Razzle helps out fast, we're going to see Raha getting eliminated pretty quick here. Because he has almost nothing. Just way behind. There is a tornado, but he could probably tornado this and maybe kill this, but kill a few buildings, but we got a Locust here. Alright. It's killing some Vills. Pisk hasn't even now he notices. So killed some Vills, but at 18 minutes a Locust. I just don't know. That looks like the funny thing though is now that these Tartarian gates are killing Siege, and we have a tornado being used here. I don't know. I mean, killing the back town center, I guess it slows down, but it won't help your push on the front end at all. I feel like the only way that ATB could win is if they push through here really, really, really fast. A shockwave was used on the siege, but that's not quite enough, and that town center will go down. Do have a catapult trying to kill this Tartarian gate. But green is just so far behind. Stopped water early, slow to get his boom. We have a shift. That's what was going on here. So Razzle shifted units and Vills back, but the one thing you can do is when you shift onto a Norse, is a Norse can just change his units into Ulfsarks, and now the shift is kind of stopped, and that's the end of that. And the Colossus comes in to further make sure, yeah, that's not coming. That's not going to come up at all. And so we have a shift that did nothing, tornado that kind of slowed down a little bit, and we have poor Raha just getting rolled right now, and using his rain at 19 minutes. And again, we still don't even see any sort of thing from no help from Razzle. Really what Razzle probably should have done is used his tornado and shift on like a back town center of Brutos. Probably could have done it here. And that would have forced a little bit more of a reaction from ONU. But doing the shift on, did we have a vortex? Yes, and we even had stinky vortexing here. But I feel like the vortexes and shift should have been on red to help green out, because things aren't looking good on the bottom half of the map for ATB, and Brutos is really brutalizing Raha at this point, and we have Ragnarok now being used as well, and that will further eliminate any sort of back build that might be happening. And then Vortex is being used down here defensively to save Raha. I mean, if maybe Razzleberry builds a wonder and we have the Underworld Rag. Ooh, Rag plus Underworld, that hurts. Though, if the Destroyers got on that, they'd be able to kill that Underworld. But they're not. We have Tornado being used on the Underworld. Okay. And a Titan Gate from Brutos is being built. And okay, so the Underworld did get killed when with only one group of Ragnarok being able to come through here, but they are pushing on this side. This is a strong push, but again, we have ONU relying on the Titans, so you're getting 2 Titans, and I don't know if who is color. Razzle's not getting a wonder or a Titan anytime soon, and neither is Stinky, so ATB isn't going to be able to get... Okay, now we have a resign from Raha. He used Locust at the end of the game, so that'll be a much quicker game 2. And well played by ONU to do what they need to do, and Brutos played really well. Raha, some mistakes early that kind of resulted in what happened down here. You know, and you watch as the observer, it's easy to point things out and say this player did this wrong, this player did that wrong. So let's not focus on the negative. Let's focus on the positive. ONU did well. ATB had a really nice push up here. And that is a 2-0 victory for ONU. So ONU wins a very important series over ATB. And a pretty strong win on game 2. Just double Ranos. Not a good god combination for Medit. Take a quick look at the post game, and we will call her a night for tonight. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the 2 of the bottom, the 2 lowest eco was on ATB's side, and green just way behind Brutos. Way behind. Otherwise, Stinky, I mean, did okay. I mean, Stinky obviously not looking too good on the scoreboard, but that's because he's getting pushed off of water and all of that. But that is it. That is the series. So we have ONU winning 2-0 over ATB. And that will be it for tonight. So I do appreciate all you guys watching. This is, again, RTS League, and I have a lot of recorded games to stream for you guys that catch up. We will probably be doing... I got to do week 2. We're in week 4 right now. Got to do week 2 yet and week 3. So tomorrow night about the same time, and then most likely the next night after about the same time, I'll be here again doing a stream. This time not with a 1-minute delay to make chatting a little bit easier. So, yes, ONU over. ONU having a very strong RTS league. So probably tomorrow I'll have a few more ONU games to stream for you guys and others. So BS Ben has followed. Thank you for the follow. So yeah, if you like this and you're new to the stream and haven't seen me before, I usually stream about this time. I was on vacation the last 2 weeks or so. And I'm back, and I got a lot of recorded games to go over for you guys. So the next 2 nights, we'll see some more recorded games. So I hope to see a lot of you guys then. So thanks all for watching. Good to have you guys. Well played by ONU. And thanks for showing up, ATB. All-time best, not quite the all-time best tonight, but that happens sometimes. So thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you later. Have a great Wednesday, I think it is for most people watching. So, see you guys. Hannibal Barca, good to see you too. Poseidon in the chat. So, have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully. And that is all. Good night.